Costner Presents. The first Christmas brings scriptural authenticity to Nativity's story that it was important to convey the hardship and risk endured by the Holy Family. Director David L. Cunningham tells a line. Director David L. Cunningham brought some old-school Disney magic to his latest project. The Hollywood veteran recalled how Walt Disney often appeared on camera to personally introduce the projects closest to his heart, putting his unmistakable stamp on them. By taking out the hardship and the risk, you diminish the courage that Mary and Joseph had, their faith, and so much of the sacrifice. So when Cunningham envisioned a fresh, authentic take on the Christmas story, he wondered if another icon could do the honors. And, as fate would have it, his producing partner knew Costner personally. The busy film legend agreed to join the project, with one caveat. He insisted on bringing his story into it, and the pieces fell together. Cunningham tells a line. Unifying celebration. Costner Presents. The first Christmas, debuting December 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC before hitting Hulu the following day, does more than put the Christ back in Christmas. The special lets Costner share some personal anecdotes regarding the earliest days of his acting career, including how he participated in a Christmas Story production with less than Hollywood-style results. He improved over time, of course. The first Christmas introduces us to Mary and Joseph, a young couple facing incredible hardships along with the most important pregnancy ever. The intent was to try and find a unifying celebration of the story, Cunningham says. Let's all get behind what matters the most. Jesus was brought into this world in this amazing way. The goal wasn't to put a spin on something, but to revisit the ancient texts and try to honor it as much as possible. Not too cozy. The first Christmas pushes past misconceptions about the holiday, blending polished dramatic beats with commentary, bringing critical context each step of the way. That approach worked well with the material, the director says, comparing the expert commentary to miniature podcasts that pop in between dramatic elements. We didn't want a theological, wag-your-finger thing, he notes, but he also wanted to remove the cozy interpretations many have of the Nativity. By taking out the hardship and the risk, you diminish the courage that Mary and Joseph had, their faith, and so much of the sacrifice, he says. There's nothing wrong with having the cozy little nativity with the angels looking on, but let's go back and revisit this and say, hey, what does the scripture say and why? The special features talking head interstitials from voices stateside and beyond, echoing Christianity's global reach and impact. The West doesn't have a corner on the Christian market, Cunningham says, noting a spiritual rise in Brazil and other nations in recent years. Sticking to the text, Cunningham is no stranger to faith-based productions, starting with one of his earliest projects, 2001's End All Wars. The film recalled the fact-based story of Japanese POW camp captives who embrace God to both endure and forgive their captors. Those experiences have given him insight into Christian projects that connect with the masses and, more importantly, ring true. When a biblical movie works, it sticks to the text, he says with a chuckle. It also helps that there are people who are leading the charge who believe in it. Cunningham studied faith-based films in film school, noting how the industry lost the plot over the years regarding Christian projects. We felt as Christians that somehow entertainment in Hollywood was of the devil. We didn't want anything to do with it, he says. We just walked away from one of the most influential platforms there is.